MES Marampally, e-learning.
Hi, I am Jyoti Lakshmi from SDSA department. Today my topic on based on framework. Let us discuss about that. Nowadays, among the developers, a very common term is using like framework. In which framework you are doing your project? Actually, what means the framework? Let me explain. Framework. From the name itself, let me try to explain. We simply split the framework into two, like frame and work, and we all are familiar about the frame. And moreover, we all know that photo frame, right? What is photo frame? The photo frame is that a frame that used to fit a photo in it, and in that frame, according to their size, the photo is suitable size photo is fixed, right? Like that, in simple words, we can say like that there is a structure, there is a frame structure, and our code is the photo, and we can put our code into that structure that we called as the framework. Okay, in simple words, we can say like that. In definition, we can say like the arrangement in which the software provides greater functionality that can be extended by the additional user written codes. Basically, there's a structure around which you will add your own code to have a greater functionality of that system. That's the meaning. Then the next point is framework that allows standard way of creating application. Obviously, the framework provides a standard because its flow is also a standard way. In framework, the difference is that they follow a standard way, and only through that we can able to develop the project. Okay, and next point is the framework have functions which is reusable. This means you want to use some functionalities in multiple places of your project, and you can use that, and you don't have to create the function because the framework done it for you. Okay, then the framework is the simplicity, the process of creating web app. Yes, how the framework makes simplicity? Because for developing a project, there is certain steps, starting steps, right? You can say starting steps. They are common to all. And for creating any project, we must do that thing. In case of framework, what is happened that common thing is already inbuilt in the framework. No need of you writing this code. So the developer can be directly get into the login, right? That's why we can say that the process of creating web app. Simplify the process of creating web app. And next point is save time. Obviously, we don't want to write so much starting code and all. All these are inbuilt. Then we can able to easily handle or means easily save the time. So, and next is why we use the framework. Actually, why we using the framework, which means we already mentioned that for when we are using a framework project, we don't need to start from the scratch. We can, because there are some codes are inbuilt. So the main things are already inbuilt. We just want to mention it only. So that's why we can say that one of the main point is that it's not framework is not start from the scratch. And the next is hiding the startup things. Yes, I already mentioned that the framework, the some of the important things are already inbuilt and that are hidden from the developers, that developers can not need to do anything because that is useful for the development of the project, right? Okay, then 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 we move to the next part, that is the main part of the framework. Why we use the framework is that just a way of processing the request, how they process the request. That's the main part of the framework because they are following the MVC model. Because that means the MVC means model control view model. That means the request is come to the controller and the controller will redirect it to the model as well as the view. And the model means the model interact with the database, where the view where presents the presentation level, where the presentation level means the HTML pages are built in there, and the controller, the functionality, all these things are controlled in the controlled controller. And this method is followed in the framework, and the following this we can able to a code developer can easily identify things, how the data are arranged, and all these are very helpful in case of a developer. And next point for the use of framework is that attaching great third-party package or resources. Yes, for developing a project, we need a third-party package. Actually, uh, interact with the third-party package is not so easy. If it is we are using the framework, it is very easy because there are some inbuilt resources and we can able to access it very easily. That is why we say that using framework is very easy to access this type of resources. And next point is extendability. That means once you create a small project in a usual method, and another same project, a small project in MVC, more than that, after some time, we want to develop its, we want to change this small project into big project. The thing is that the the framework project is, we don't want to change anything more. We just develop it as a continuation. But in the case of the another one, we want to start from the very scratch. We cannot able to do things in the middle. So we can say that framework projects are extendability. Okay, then we move to some of the examples of the very popular framework. Here is some, that is a Symfony, Django, ASP.NET, Bootstrap, AngularJS, React. All these are among them. And hope everyone understood a brief idea of a framework. Thank you.